Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Susan, and we are going to do a lovely half-hour hatha yoga class today. So, comfortable on your sit bones, back is nice and straight, shoulders are relaxed. All right. Now the breathing is in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice, long, full, smooth breath. Always try and suspend your breath just for a few seconds between the inhale and the exhale. And that's part of the breath control. And that would be pranayama. Prana is breath, pranayama is breath control. All right? So nice and comfortable. If you find sitting cross-legged is a little too intense, you can kind of reposition your legs and you can sit any way you'd like, actually. All right? So we always start our class with a couple of minutes of pranayama just to relax, connect with the breath, and slow things down. And every week I choose a different mudra. So today we are going to breathe into our pranayama, into our buddhi mudra, which would be your little finger. Tip of the little finger represents clear and intuitive communication. Thumb represents your ego. Together, tip to tip, palm up. Now as well, I want you just to listen to your body, pay attention to how you feel. You know, respect your limitations. If there's anything we're going to do that's really not going to feel good for you or cause you pain, or it's just not going to work for you, you don't have to do it. But keep your breath going, all right, if you decide to skip something. And I'll show you a few different modifications along the way. And also you can always have room to make adjustments in everything we do to work with your body and where you are in your practice, all right? So sitting nice and tall, close your eyes. Let's take a nice breath together. Continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Relax those shoulders, just breathe. Slow it down. Now's the time to drop your day and settle your mind, and to set an intention for your practice today. Focus on any situation in your life that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower your blood pressure, and lower your anxiety level. Try to find stillness in mind and body. For one more breath. And on the next exhale, I'd like you to bring your hands together. And I want you to rub them vigorously, activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center, close your eyes. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune out. Inhale. One more breath. And on the exhale, drop 3 fingers, preparing for Jupiter Mudra, index fingers together. Now just to come back onto that breath, every breath you take the whole time we're together is long and smooth. So try not to hold your breath, and I'll gently remind you along the way. And also I'm going to cue you on the breathing. So when I say the next exhale or your next exhale is when I want you to move, because we always move on the exhale, all right? Sitting nice and tall, let's do our Jupiter Mudra together. Big breath. Exhale up. All the way. Sitting nice and tall on those sit bones, let's wake up that physical body, wake up that spine, reach. If this bothers your arms or shoulders, you can reposition your arms. Put them anywhere else. Keep them right here if you'd like. Breathing into Jupiter Mudra, which is good luck and expansion, are activated when together. Focus your energies on breaking through barriers. One more breath. On the exhale, release the hands. Inhale into a gentle back bend. One more breath. On the exhale, bring the arms down slow and gentle with those shoulders. Hands right on the floor. Now, from here, I'm going to give you 2 ways to do this next one. Hands on the floor. Either you can lean forward, bend the elbows, and just focus on leaning forward. And those of you who are a little bit stronger, maybe a little more flexible, if you want to crawl your arms, hands a little further, you can. I'm going to move back a little bit here. All right, now very important, you keep your back straight, head level with your spine. So try not to roll your back and bow your head as best as you can, all right? Let's work on that spine a little bit. Big breath. Exhale. Lengthen the spine, starting really to stretch and release the shoulders, the muscles up and down your back. If you have to bow your head a little for comfort, that's fine. Just don't bow it too far that you actually curl your upper spine. So make that little adjustment. One more breath. On the exhale, stay low, and I want you to shift your body weight. Slide your hands to the left. Weights on the left thigh, right hip stays on the floor, and reach. And let's really get a lovely stretch onto the right side of the body, the shoulder all the way down. Find a place that feels just right. You don't have to be aggressive or force your body. Even if you just get to the position and that's as far as you can go, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Just try and relax the shoulders. Come back to the breath. Focus on the breath for one more. On the exhale, stay low. Shift your body weight all the way to the other side. Weights on the right thigh, left hip on the floor, and again. And let's really wake up the left side of the body, getting that beautiful stretch wherever you need to be. Try to ease yourself into your stretch. Follow the breath. Let it guide you into your stretch. Lengthening, stretching, releasing, decompressing, uncoiling those tight muscles. Releasing the tight nerves, the tight blood vessels. Now while we're here, let's work on releasing the tension we hold in our face. So I want you to really engage the muscles. Just scrunch your face up. Squeeze all the muscles in your face as tight as you can and hold it. And then let it go. Let all that tension filter through your body, sink into the ground. Let your face go slack. Release the face. Come back to center. Come up. All right. Hands on the lap. Roll the shoulders out. Roll them out as best as you can, forward and backwards. Releasing the tension. Working on releasing the tension into the upper body and the shoulders. Increasing circulation in the upper body as well. All right. Now, let's do another lovely stretch. Left hand on the floor. I'm going to give you 3 ways to do this one here. First of all, I'll show you the one that's the most intense. Elbow on the floor. We're going to bring the right arm up to the ceiling without the right hip coming off. If that's not going to work for you, this is where our little handy block comes in. Can't get to the floor, we bring the floor up to you. You can rest your elbow on the block. That feels good. Or if you don't have a block, bring your hand out a little bit further, bend the elbow, and you can do the stretch the same way. This way you don't have to put the elbow on the floor. So choose what's going to work for you. Right hand on the right knee, left hand on the floor, on the block. Let's go. Inhale, right arm up. And exhale over. Now, you can put this one, you can put your hand on your hip if that feels better as well. Now with my arm up to the ceiling, try to make sure the arm is lined up to the side of the body. You're not leaning forward and you're not tilted back, as best as you can. If you can reach a little further. Those of you a little more flexible. Spread those fingers like rays of sunshine. Get that lovely stretch from the fingertips all the way down into the hip. One more breath. Exhale, right hand to right knee. Stay in this position with the left elbow. On the exhale, I want you to push away on the right knee. Bring the right shoulder a little closer to the left knee. You can soften the elbow, keep it straight, doesn't matter. And let's get that stretch into the upper back. You can feel it. Feels wonderful. Let it happen. Breathe. Just give in to your breath. On the exhale, bend the elbow, come to center. Come up slowly. All right, roll the shoulders between if you need to. Let's come to this side here. Take your little block if you're using it. All right. Comfortable on your sit bones, left hand, left knee, right hand on the floor, on the block, or out here. Let's go. Inhale up, left arm up, and now with this particular stretch here, I want you to pay attention that your left sit bone is not coming off the floor. If it starts to kind of come off the floor, try to get it back onto the floor, reposition your arm, even if you end up having to bring your arm here or even on your hip. I really want you to feel anchored and grounded to the floor, all right? You're still gonna get a lovely stretch, however your arm is set up. And exhale, left hand to left knee. Exhale, push away. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Follow the rhythm of the breath. The breath is there to guide you. It's to help you control your movements as well. So the breath is smooth. It's complete every breath you take. So don't hold your breath. On the exhale, bend the elbow, come to center, and come up. All right. Let's loosen up those legs a bit. Let's get into our butterfly or bound angle pose. Now, from here, Comfortable on your sit bones. Now make sure there's some room between the heels and the groin area, so you don't have to have your heels all the way up here. Move them out a bit. All right, feet together. Now this is a stretch for the inner thighs, for the pelvic floor, groin area, for the buttocks, those glutes, tight glutes, and also a gentle hip opener. So from here, I'll give you 2 ways to do this one. If you find sitting like this is as far as you can manage comfortably, just keep your hands on your legs, keep your back straight, just hang out here and relax and breathe. But for those of you who want to go a little deeper, hands on the ankles, you can lean forward, gently pressing on the knees. All right. Now again, back straight, the neck is long and you're looking forward, or I should say your head is level with your spine. So try not to round your back and bow your head. Straighten your spine as best as you can. All right. Now let's do it together. Big breath. Exhale. Now when you're leaning, focus more on leaning forward as opposed to pressing down on the knees. Press them a little bit gently. Now I want you to pay attention to how your knees, your thighs, and your hips feel. Let it go. Just let it go. Relax. I don't want you to be aggressive with your stretches or force your body. Even if you barely move, it doesn't matter. That's where you need to be. But on the other hand, when you find you're in a stretch and it feels good, your breath is flowing, that's when you're going to decide, maybe today I can go a little deeper. Maybe today I have to back up a little bit. Make that little adjustment, find the place, and just relax. On the exhale, now let's come up. All right, perfect. And roll the shoulders up a little bit more. All right, let's do a single leg stretch now. So straighten the left leg, and I'm going to give you 2 ways to do this particular one. The first way, if you can, is to bring the leg back like this. So being in this position is a really externally rotating the hip. It's also rotation of the knee and a deep stretch for the quad and the hips. So if this is going to be terribly uncomfortable for you, put your foot like this. Foot in the cusp of the knee or along the calf. If that feels better for you, we're still getting a nice stretch for the hip and the knee. It's just not as intense. Although we're going to focus on the left leg with this stretch, not the right one. So I'm going to go into this position here. Now, let's focus on the left leg. Let's get a lovely hamstring stretch. Back of the leg, this is going to stretch the knee and the calf. Make sure the toes are up to the ceiling. All right, both hands onto the left knee with a straight spine. Try to relax the right leg. Try to just let it go. Don't forget about this one if you can. Big breath. Exhale, lean forward. Now, you can go as far as you'd like. Keep your hands on your knees. Those of you who can reach your foot, absolutely, you can do that. Now, I want you to pay attention to how your left knee and your thigh, your quads feel. If they're tight, let it go. Relax them. For one more breath. On the exhale, come up slowly. All right. So we're going to go right into the twist pose from here. So I'm going to give you 2 ways to do that. If your leg is like this, left hand on the right knee, right hand behind the back, you're going to look over the right shoulder. If your leg is like this, let's add the left one. Slide it in, right knee on top of the left foot. This is an actual position. This is called the deer pose, but we're going to do our twist from here. So you can do the first position I showed you or this one here. Ultimately, left hand is still on the right knee, right hand behind the back, and this is called the sage twist. Take a breath to center. On the exhale, gently, slowly look over the right shoulder. Gentle spinal twist. Don't torque your back or your neck. Very slowly. If you have issues with your back or your spine, like I said, don't be aggressive. Even if you move a little bit, then you decide if you want to go deeper, you can press on the knee to the right, to the left, I should say, or back up. Back is straight, shoulders relax. Spinal twist, sage twist. Even in the twist pose, that breath is exactly the same. It's smooth and complete. And let's release that spine, keeping it nice and strong and flexible and supple. Releasing the nerves, the blood vessels, the muscles up and down your spine. One more breath. Exhale, slowly come back to center. All right, let's untangle those legs. Let's try this side now. Now, the same thing, I'll give you the option for both ways. Straighten the right leg. Again, if you would prefer to do it this way, your stretch, left foot's in the cusp of the knee or along the calf, that's fine. But if you want to try the deeper one, so this stretch here, even though we're going to focus on the right leg now, you're getting a bonus stretch into the left quad, rotating that hip and the knee as well. So choose what feels good for you. Both hands onto the right knee. Let's work on that right hamstring. Big breath. Exhale. Nice and slow. Relax your knee because it always gets tight. Tension. Let it go. Relax the thigh and the knee. Focus on the sensations of what you're doing. You can feel this one. This one is a particular stretch. It's called a dynamic or isotonic. When you really feel the activity in your body. One more breath. Exhale, come up. All right, so let's get into our twist pose. So if you're in the other position, right hand on the left knee, we're going to look over to the left. If you're going to try the deer pose. Now in this position here, if you want your knee on the foot, if you want to kind of adjust yourself, move it around a bit to find it a little not as intense, you can do that as well. You can move your foot in front of the knee. All right, let's try our deer pose, or I should say our sage twist. Right hand on the left knee, left hand behind the back. Big breath. Exhale. Back is straight, shoulders are relaxed. Breathe. Smile while you're breathing. You're happy to be here today. Wonderful place to be on your mat. And whatever position you're in and whatever you're doing and wherever you are in your practice, you're giving yourself a beautiful gift, the gift of yoga. On the exhale, come back to center. Let's release those legs. All right, let's straighten them finally. Get the kinks out of the legs. All right, this is our staff pose. Sitting nice and comfortable, legs are straight. Now, really being aware of your posture. Straighten that spine as best as you can. Relax those shoulders. And let's point those toes. Get a nice stretch into the top of the foot. Arms out, bring them down a little lower. We're going to focus on the forearm, the wrist, and the hand, the fingers, not so much the shoulders. Fingers open, bend at the wrist, slightly turn out to the baby finger. Breathe. Releasing, lengthening, stretching these extensor muscles along the top of the forearm, along the side of the forearm. One more breath. Exhale, palms to ceiling. Right fingertips on the left fingertips, and I want you to gently pull back. At this point, if you can, I want you to bring your heels off the floor if you can. Get a nice extra calf stretch. This is a stretch for the palm of the hand for the flexor muscles. Exhale, go to the other side. Keep that back straight. Relax those shoulders. Breathe. On the exhale, release. Get the heels on the floor. Relax your knees and your thighs. All right, relax those legs. Let's work the fingers now. So sitting tall. All I want you to do today is we're just going to pull back on each finger. That's it. Get a nice stretch and to release those tight fingers and follow the rhythm of your breath. A nice gentle stretch. You don't necessarily have to crack your knuckles. Now let's really release the nerves, the blood vessels. Release those tight muscles. Lubricate those little joints a little bit as well. And just gently go to the other side. All right. And then from here, I want you just to let your hands go limp and shake them out. Shake those hands out. Perfect. Now, let's go down to the ankles and the lower legs. So, roll the shoulders up between if you need to. All right. Now, from here, what we're going to do is we're just going to do some nice simple ankle circles in and out. We're going to do 2 in and 2 out. Now, when you're working with the articulating the ankles, try not to wiggle your legs too much. Okay. If you can just keep them still, that would be even better. And we're just going to do them in and out. We're going to inhale around, exhale, pause, and again. 2 one way, 2 the other. You can have your hands along your hips with a straight spine, or if you want to lean back and relax, you can do that as well. Ready? Let's go. Inhale around. Releasing the tension, really, like I said, articulating those ankles, engaging lower leg muscles, and this is going into the foot, the toes as well. Nice little stretch. Perfect. Try to relax your knees and thighs, right? And when you're done, all I want you to do is just wiggle your toes. Let's play piano with your toes. Really try to articulate those little toes. Move them around. This is really going to engage all the muscles in your foot, your toes, your fingers. You can do the wrist. You can do a little bit circles if you'd like, a little faster. Keep your breath slow. Let's get into our table from here. Now, onto your hands and knees. Now with my classes, my students, I offer a little extra padding. This is just a thick little Pilates mat I've cut up for your knees or your wrists if you find you need it. Use a thin blanket or a thin towel just for extra comfort, especially those tender knees. Now this is our table. Ankle and knees, being aware of your alignment. Ankle to knee, knee to hip. Knees are hip distance apart. Elbows, shoulders, wrists lined up. Fingers are spread. Head is level with your spine. Let's do some cat and cow. Inhale, head up, sacrum up, C-scoop spine. Exhale as you arch the back, chin to chest, belly button, spine. Try to relax your thighs while you're doing this. Keep going, follow the breath. Up into your cow. You get a stretch into your chest, into your abdominals. And when you get into your little cat, this is where you want to lengthen that spine, releasing upper back. This is a wonderful stretch for your lower back. This also helps stimulate digestion and elimination, and it helps if you get, a lot of gas pains or cramps and things like that. This is a nice stretch to do. And bring yourself to straight, neutral spine. All right. So from here, we're going to get ourselves up to mountain. So I want you to come up all the way up, nice and slow, right up. All right. Shake the hands out, shake the legs out, roll the shoulders. Let's get off the floor for a little while. All right, shake it all out. And this is our mountain Tatasana. Feet are hip distance apart, nice and anchored to the floor. Being aware of your posture again. Just relax the shoulders. And let's stay here for 3 breaths into our mountain. Nice strong mountain. Just breathe. I really want you to pay attention to that breath. Feel your chest rise as you inhale. Hold your breath for a few seconds, and then your chest lower or sink as you exhale. This is the breath that we started with, that we had 5 minutes ago, we have now, and we'll have at the end of the class. Slow and gentle. All right. So we're going to do a nice little stretch now. All right, this one is all about the shoulder, mobility, range of motion of the shoulder, and it's called the standing hand clap. So if you have issues with your shoulder, if you have a dislocated shoulder, anything like that, you might want to pay attention and decide how it's going to work for you. Let me show you quickly. I'm going to come out, my hands are going to be shoulder height. I'm going to inhale as far as you can, that's comfortable. You're going to exhale back. Now, my arms are shoulder height. If you find that it's a little bit easier for you to have your arms a little bit lower, absolutely. If you have to bend your elbow a little bit for comfort, you can do that as well. All right, make that little adjustment, all right? And if you find you do it and it really does not feel good, stop, come back to mountain and rest. All right, arms up, shoulder height, let's go. Inhale, right arm, as far as you can, that's comfortable. Exhale. And this is standing hand clap, range of motion. Let's go to the left, mobility of the shoulder. And you can feel a stretch. Let's do it again, both sides. You can feel the stretch into your pectorals, into your chest, the upper back, even under the arm. And one more. Back. Arms up. Inhale into a back bend. Exhale. Soften knees, ragdoll. Come down. Soften the knees, hinging at the hips, and come down. Hang out. Come back halfway if this makes you dizzy. Keep the knees soft. This is a wonderful full body stretch, lengthening the spine, really releasing the shoulders, the back muscles. From here, come back down to table. And let's get ourselves onto our backs. Nice and slow onto your back. All right. And let's slow things, let's wind things down. Comfortable on your back, shoulders relaxed. Keep your knees bent. Let's get a nice big hug. Big breath. Bring the knees up and give yourself a big hug. And I want you to rock from side to side. Lengthening the spine again a little bit more. Giving yourself a lovely back massage. Rock and breathe. Completely relaxed, feeling calm. Find that little place of tranquility on your mat. Little circles to the left. Release that lower back a little bit more. Keep the breath going. Close your eyes. Pay attention to how you feel right now in this moment. That's all that matters, is what's going on right now. Position of your body, how your body moves, where you are, and your breath. Knees to center, soles of the feet onto the floor. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, let them fall shoulder height. Take a breath, and on the exhale, I want you to drop your knees to the left. Look over the right shoulder. You can straighten your legs for comfort. Just let them fall. They don't necessarily have to touch the floor. And this is a gentle spinal twist. One more breath. On the exhale, bring the knees up slowly and gently. Adjust your shoulders and your neck for comfort. Let's go to the other side. Take a breath. On the exhale, drop your knees to the right as you look over the left shoulder. For one more breath. On the exhale, come up slowly. And I want you to straighten your legs one at a time. Inhale, arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, let them fall over your head. And let's stretch our bodies out. Fingertips to the tips of your toes. Lengthen your body. Just stretch it out. It's important for relaxation to have a tension-free body and a tension-free mind. All that energy is flowing, energy which is our life force. Just rest, feeling heavy and calm. Let your body sink into the ground. Leaving an imprint of your physical body into the ground. And on the next exhale, bring your hands to the side of your body, palms facing the ceiling. Hands are open to receive guidance from your higher self. And let's prepare for our closing Savasana, meditation, relaxation, reflection time. However you choose to bring this into your practice today, resting comfortably in your corpse pose. At this time, if you'd like, you can bend your knees for comfort. You can lay on your side if you'd like. Some people like to have a little blanket to rest. And just rest and breathe. And I want you to thank yourself for being here today, for taking the time and making the time to be here on your mat just for a little while. Just to relax, to rest, maybe just to catch up on your breath, or maybe just to slow things down and step away from the outside world, from everything outside those doors. Re-energize, decompress. Maybe just to be thoughtless, weightless, no cares, no worries, no anxieties, just for a little while. It's a gift that you offer yourself, the gift of yoga. Let your mind, your body, and your soul absorb the vibrations of the bells, bringing your own energies to its appropriate frequency. Slowly bring yourself back into the room, back into your space. Wiggle your fingers and your toes to bring life back to your body. And when you're ready, very slowly and gently bring yourself back up. Take your time. I know it's hard to get off the floor. Back to our cross-legged Sukhasana position or any seated position at this point that is comfortable for you. Come up nice and slow. Now sitting comfortably on your sit bones, back is nice and straight, shoulders are relaxed. Let's bring our hands together. Let's rub them vigorously to activate our head chakra. Hands onto your heart center, close your eyes. Let's take a nice long smooth breath together to tune in. Inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sat Nam. Shanti, Shanti, peace, peace. May love and light be with you always. Namaste. All right, lovely, all done. Okay, well done everyone, that feels wonderful. Even a little short class sometimes is all you need. All right, so thanks again for joining me. Today is August 27th. For those of you who come to my classes, everything resumes full schedule on September 7th, right after Labor Day at the complex. Check the schedule. I'm sure it'll be up soon. And my classes on Bear Down and Essentials, same thing. Everything resumes on the 7th. So if you're thinking about coming back, please come back. Everything seems to be going well. So think about it, and I'd love to see you again. I miss everyone. So thanks again for joining me. Have a lovely weekend. Take care of yourself and keep smiling. Get outside. Get some sun on your face. Keep moving. All right, my name is Susan. Thanks again for joining me. Bye.